What's up, you guys? It's TNC versus the quarantine. TC
Wanna fight?
me. Um, Washing our hands, wearing our masks, and our gloves, even during intercourse. So, like, all you movie nights, new and old. I'm mostly looking at you new movie nights out there. Hopefully, you guys are growing exponentially. And I want a plethora of viewers. What's the word I'm looking for, Chewy? What's the word besides plethora that's really nice to use to describe a big amount?
Well, I only know the words. There's like the cornucopia.
There you go.
There's hella. There's a copious amount.
A copious amount. I would enjoy myself a copious amount. And if not, how about just a nice chunk of good viewers? How's that? How about just a nice chunk of solid, honest, I just want to see those guys talk and maybe stare at that fat face for a while.
Right there down below.
Oh, yeah.
Like.
Share, like, subscribe, link in, link out, whatever you guys are doing with the world today. Share us with your grandma. Maybe your grandma might like a little tiny and chewy review. Who knows? Maybe she watched Contagion. Maybe Kate Winslet is her jam, and she hasn't stopped loving it since Titanic because she can't get over that scene where her titties get.
That's right.
But hey, man, let's get serious, Chewy. Let's get serious, because the subject matter in this movie that we're reviewing, Chewy, and we're reviewing something from the vault.
Ooh, it smells like 2011, and it is
so good, so good. Chewy, I'll tell you what. This movie, when I watched the preview for this film, I was genuinely in shock and awe at just the sheer amount of big names in the cast, the subject matter, the intensity of the trailer. Whoever made that trailer obviously knows how to make trailers. Or they were just an intern in a college somewhere.
They got a lot of spunk.
Yeah. What I'm getting at is it really wanted me to want to spend money to watch this film. Sadly, though, 2011 was probably around the time I was in between jobs, or I probably had a job and wasn't doing well. What I'm getting at is I didn't get a lot of opportunities to go to the film. What's that establishment, Tree, where you go and you watch films?
The movie theater.
Movie theater, man! I haven't seen the movie theater in a while.
Wow, it's been a minute.
Fuck, I almost forgot there was
called. We used to pay money back in the day.
Back in my day,
we used to pay and go inside this building.
God damn it! And we'd have to listen to everybody's stupid comments. We loved it,
and the popcorn was crazy. Kids today with their Amazon Instant Theater. Got it good. Got it good.
But yeah, dog, it really wanted me to, what I'm saying is the marketing did its job. But again, sadly, did not get the opportunity to watch it in the theater. But the day it came out, guess who was there at Walmart? Yeah, boy. Getting it at the Walmart discount price. Chewy, this movie, my immediate first watch, was so nice, I had to watch it twice. This movie was the couscous of movies.
Oh, agreed.
So nice, you had to watch it twice. I'll tell you what. Immediately, I think maybe there was like maybe a 2-minute break in between. That's because I was tapping. And tapping is lingo. All you cute little viewers out there who don't know what tapping is. You know what? Maybe I won't incriminate you guys. It's what hippies call smoking the bong.
One can say some partaking.
Partaking. There you go. I was partaking in something very illegal back in 2011. back when smoking pot was frowned upon, not cool, not fashionable. Incarceration was what you got, fat tickets. Now you get high fives and HJs from it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was before it made Karen a good mom.
So. Yeah, apparently you're a good mom. Go Karen. Women. Ooh. Yeah, dog. But yeah, no, I mean, back to it. This movie, wow, as Christopher Walken would say, it really fucked with my head. It fucked with my head because it made me look at how do I say, not necessarily the United States, but like I guess the government. You know, like during the movie, not like it made me think about the government. Like, oh my god, like how can the government? No, it made me think about the government, and like how effed up it can be, and all that stuff like that. And it's just very. I didn't think the movie was too political, but had political aspects. I thought the movie was very fast paced, very well put together. It was a thriller for sure. It was a thriller in Manila. Dare I say a life horror? You know what I'm saying? This movie is life horror. It's for sure. It's I mean, you couldn't see the enemy, but I mean, isn't that like how all good horror movies are? I mean, you don't really see what's fucking with you until the very end, and even then, you really, don't get to see what it is. But Chewy, how do you want to go about this, dog?
Well, first of all, I think I'm gonna get back to that trailer aspect and just kind of get to that just a little bit. For example, I want to say, as you said, I want to piggyback on that and just reaffirm that this was a brilliant trailer.
It's funny you said piggyback.
Not even on purpose.
Not even on purpose.
Not even on purpose. The trailer was done really, really well because it really made me want to go see the film, which I did, and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it was definitely someone that knew what they were doing when they were doing this, because it's like the story itself, as you know, isn't actually necessarily about one character, but it actually takes several stories and intertwines them.
Yes.
And I think the trailer did a good job in showing that to you. Mm-hmm. Plus, I love Matt Damon, and Gwyneth Paltrow is super docious, as everyone knows.
Oh, of course.
Insert shallow hell joke. Ooh.
He's eating my clams casino.
Ooh. Who's that robust woman? Oh, gosh. Anyway, the story portrayed was very well done because, like you said, the enemy or the monster, and let's clarify: is this horror? Horror?
This is actually a thriller.
Thriller, okay.
Yeah.
Sci-fi thriller?
Espionage thriller. No, I'm just kidding. Not the espionage part. The thriller part.
But it's
I could really go.
Because it was very suspenseful, but I do think that it did touch, the very thin line between that and horror, because right off the bat, oh, did it again! Right off the bat, got him all day. Right off the bat, this movie just sort of explained to you in the very short, like how many times you touch your face per day, and then it showed you like the passing of just germs here from one spot to another. There's a glass, somebody holds the glass, another person grabs it, and then it just boom, and then like right away you're like, wow.
Yeah, all we are Uber and Lyft to these guys. That's all we are.
Not to mention, and then like I'm sitting there just holding the side or the armrest on the chair, going, never mind.
Yeah, dude.
So right off the bat,
full on this stuff. Whoa!
Right off the bat, this movie had your attention,
right?
And it was very well written, which I'm a sucker for. Well written stuff.
I'm a sucker for badly written stuff.
I agree.
That's great. TNT at the movies, y'all.
Doo-doo-doo.
Insert logo here.
But I will say, Lynn, and I want to actually get your thoughts on the acting by all the various actors, because I think a
Okay,
lot of the
but
acting was done very well.
you want to be okay. This is my honest opinion. Um, when I first watched the movie, I mean, I rewatched it, for the review. But when I initially watched it, I was full in this movie. I was in it. But I'm telling you, Dimitri Martin's screen time, I was just like, it's Dimitri Martin. Is he gonna pull out a fucking what's it called? A
Like
board,
a
a
little
black
whiteboard, and
marker,
then just
and
start
start.
drawing.
Yeah, I was like, I hope he doesn't. And that's the thing is, that's all I knew Dimitri Martin for. So, not that I couldn't take him serious. It's just that I had a half a smile the entire time he was on screen, and it's just because I only know him for being himself on comedy specials on Comedy Central.
He also plays
Um,
Ice Bear in We Bear Bears.
right, right. Uh, not to discredit him from his excellent voicing talent, but that is not that his acting was bad. It's just that I don't know. It's just Dimitri Martin. It wasn't a bad scene. He didn't, when didn't act bad. It just felt like it was Dimitri Martin being himself on screen in this movie, Contagion.
Okay, you know what? I think we should go ahead and just take a few minutes to just talk about Dimitri Martin in this movie.
Okay.
We might as well go off on a tangent, because I will say, I think that I'm not even gonna put it the quote unquote. I know that he tried, and this was like, I don't know if this is supposed to be like uh his like his Spanglish to his Adam Sandler, where it was like the very serious role.
Oh, his
And he was
open.
trying to, like, maybe
His
it'll
open.
catapult him to some more stuff. I think that he did. I think that he okay. Like it was one of those things where we're like, do you think I did a good job? I think that you think you did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like this is another way that I can describe it, because I'm also not trying to say something negative, because actually I don't want to use the word admire, but actually I kind of dug what he was out there doing. But I will say that I feel like I had like half a crack a smile the entire time that he was on,
Yeah.
because it actually appeared. I don't know if anyone. I don't remember his TV show. It was like he had a little TV special on Dimitri Martin, with Dimitri Martin. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
something. Anyway, it almost seemed like it was. It almost appeared like it was a sketch. Like when he does one of those sketches where it's something really really serious, but then you kind of like see him in the middle of the scene, and you like know that he's about to do something ridiculous, or
Mm-hmm.
say something weird, and you're about to laugh your ass off. And it felt like you were watching his sketch show,
Mm-hmm.
but like he never delivered a punchline, because like obviously the movie is more serious than that.
Right.
However, like I said, I feel like he tried to do a good job, so I'm gonna say that he did a pretty good job, because
Mm-hmm.
I think he gave it his darndest, and it wasn't terrible. I think a lot of it was just that because we're also used to seeing him in such a different role,
Right.
that was just a little hard, and I'm not sure that even kept it consistent with any kind of serious roles after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't.
But I think it was just that, right? Like just
It's the only movie I've ever seen him in. Every movie I've ever seen him credited in. And, but let's get back to that credits, Chewy. Let's see who's in this movie. A lot of people are actually in this movie. I know Kate Winslet's in this movie. Gwyneth Paltrow plays Beth. Matt Damon plays Mitch, and that's the married couple in the movie.
yeah.
They're the what do I say? Pin A or point A of on the board in this multi-layered cake that is Contagion. Jude Law's in this movie. Jude
Jude Law
Law.
in this movie.
We will get to Jude Law. And no, I don't want to be Jude Law's anal beads. Points to you if you know the reference. Oh, I mentioned Kate Winslet earlier. Oh, Bryan Cranston's in this. Did I mention Bryan Cranston's in this? Jesus.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, man,
Pandemic, Kate
nicely
Winslet,
done.
Gwyneth Paltrow,
Oh man,
Rosie Ho, Can You
Lawrence
Jew,
Fishburne,
Kevin
Martin.
James,
Is it?
Larry Fishburne.
That's right.
Don't you
And
dare.
then what's his name? Al Ghul. Is it Natalia Al Ghul? Yeah,
Yeah.
from Batman. Well, I'm sorry, Dark Knight Returns or Rises. Whatever. Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, that's right. Because Returns is the book and Rises is the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Overall, huge cast, man. A butt ton of people. I mean, there's a lot of people I'm missing now. There's people who had smaller acting careers who are now bigger actors who were in Contagion. So with time, this movie's aged like fine wine. Um, you know, I had another joke, but I was like, that's only specifically for one person, and that person's never going to see this. So it would have been over everyone's head, even my own, after watching this later on. Yeah, Doc, I got a few notes here. You know, a lot of things to remind me of the coolness of this movie. But again, I'm just gonna tell you now, dog. You know, this movie was fast. Again, it's fast paced. It's entertaining. And it's crazy because the movie was relatable back then, and it's way relatable now. Um, I got I think out of the hospital and no. After watching Contagion, I think that summer I went to the hospital. I had my appendix removed. It had burst inside of me, and I got like an infection. So while in the hospital, I was afraid of getting more infected. So I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks, and I'd be like washing my hands religiously, using hand sanitizer. I'm talking, you know, the whole 9 yards. Touching nobody's nothing, only my own. And I had a joke with your sister where I would wash my hands. I'd be like, just saying contagion, contagion. And that's what I mean by it's relatable now. It was relatable then. So, uh, yeah, yeah. Again, aged like fine wine. I think it's one of the best thrillers that I've seen in the last 10 years. And you can quote me on that.
Right.
What's up, Don?
All right, well, I think mostly I want to concentrate on two aspects because there was a lot of stories, and I think that was actually a strength of the film that it had several storylines that were all kind of leading towards the same thing, yet they were all so vastly different.
Yeah.
That that none of them seemed redundant because they all had their own point of view of what was going on.
Exactly.
And I think specifically, I mean, I want to talk about Matt Damon and what happened to his character and his entire family.
Mitch?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about Mitch and Beth.
It's just one of those things where, he ended up being immune to the virus. And
that's right. He was a carrier.
Yeah, it was just him. And it just shows him when he lost his wife and the kid, the son. And all he had was a daughter left, and it just showed him like just the humanity of a father who was trying to keep the one child that he still had alive. And it was just like sort of that struggle, which sort of I think was the part that hit home with a lot of people. And then I think everyone else think that he's just a great actor, and he delivered in this film, which I thought. Hold on, let me just go back. Okay.
No problem.
And I think his storyline probably had at least the biggest, not stars, but I think had the biggest names, at least that I thought, because it was just him and Gwyneth Paltrow. And I thought that that it was actually, even though those two characters were, married, they still had, they had like different parts in different parts and roles because all of Gwyneth Paltrow's roles were basically done from a flashback type way,
Oh, how
which
she
sort of just
served.
yeah, which was just basically just helped to explain what was going on and just kind of give you back because everything was they let you know a little piece of information and
Mhm.
then it quickly not only did the movie was happy by just telling you, they decided to show you immediately after. So as soon as they discover something, I really like that they right after showed you, the surveillance video and it showed you exactly what happened in the casino.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I think that was probably the most, obviously the most important storyline where all the other lines sort of were used to build up just sort of that,
Hmm.
which I thought was done again. I mean, it was done brilliantly,
Brilliant.
brilliantly, and I just you gotta love a film that makes you think, even if it makes you paranoid while you think afterwards.
Yeah, dude. This movie for sure.
And then
It's
after that, I think, or how do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel about Matt Damon's character and his family and how he contributed?
um this is actually one of my favorite stories. Next to another story that I'd like to mention after this. But I like that he had to go full on survival mode. Um, oh, and we'll just say now, spoilers. I mean, you guys had what 9 years to watch
9
this
years to
movie.
watch this.
So spoilers immediately. We'll probably even just say spoiler review on the tag on YouTube. Anyways, Matt Damon, Loki, he had to man up, dog. He lost his wife and son in the span of five theatrical minutes. Uh, Within 10 minutes, the body count rose. This movie has a sick amount of body count. I mean, the death toll in this movie is like,
I mean,
and
it literally ran out of body bags, yo.
and she got its craziest around day 26. So that just goes to show you the strength of the virus, the airborne, also airborne virus. That's why it's very relatable. This is basically Chewy, because we watched when we had watched it together for the review, and we watched it with my son, and he kept saying, "Oh man, just replace it with the news now, and you basically got real life." It's like, yeah, fuck yeah, kid, like
Oh yeah.
that. It's basically was it Nostradamus basically wrote this prediction, um, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Now that we got the ball going, the gears rolling. Anyways, Jude Law. Jude Law. This mother effing piece of work, Jude Law.
Oh
He
yeah.
is. I, he plays a fast talking. What was he? A video journalist?
He was like, yeah,
He's a
he's
vlogger.
no, he's one of those like independent journalists that has a blog. He's like a blogger.
Yeah, he blogs and he vlogs. He does it all, dude. Uh, oh, hit me up. My blogs are under Mary J. Blog. Hit me up, y'all. Just kidding. Joke never used. He is such a trashy character, conniving. I wanted to reach into my television screen and choke the fucking living shit out of him, dude. I'm talking like all the enzymes in his poop and beehole, kill those two, torch his body. I wanted to annihilate him. I wanted to out of existence, chew dog. But let me tell you why. Let me
Here,
tell you, this mother effer, Chewy, he peddled a drug that did not, and I repeat, did not cure you of the virus in this film. hmm hmm You know what's crazy? The same shit happened in real life, Chewy. They're saying this drug, chloro something something, so and so cures you fully of coronavirus, and it's not true, doc. It's
no,
not
it is
true.
not true. People do not drink that stuff, whatever it is, or
I'm
whatever
telling
form
you,
it comes in. Don't do
if
it.
I implore every single one of you guys who watch this to watch Contagion and watch it with an open mind, open eyes, and grab a little popcorn and your favorite drink of choice. This is TNC at the news. No, but seriously, uh, do that. Watch this movie, and then like try to watch a little bit of news. Like maybe hop on YouTube, get some clips, but like of official news. Don't go into someone's biased ass fucking cut chop fucking version of news. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Daily Show, and your freedom of speech and your what do they push, Chewy? Freedom? It's a joke. Uh, I was trying to act like I hate
Freedom and equality, that's all.
the Daily Show, but I don't. They're fantastic. They cut and chop just right. But seriously, Jude Law's trash. Jude Law's character made me want to vomit. He made me want to just curse the earth until the earth explodes into pieces, tiny, tiny little, unobtainable little pieces, so you can't put it back together. Um, yeah, Doc. Yeah, Doc. That's about the only villain in this movie that I can imagine. I don't think anyone else in the movie is a villain on purpose.
No, that's true.
Again, I do feel that the storyline, his storyline, is the strongest next to Kate Winslet's storyline. Mears' storyline, which I would like to get to, but I know we're talking about Mitch and his family and his struggles. Daughter is the only thing he has left. We're introduced to the daughter about what it was like 30, maybe 30 minutes into it.
Yeah.
We're introduced to the daughter out of left field. That did feel a little forced, but then again, that's just me. Maybe because I'm an amateur at everything, especially in life. Who am I, right? I didn't write the movie. Some awesome person did.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, dude. But yeah, he had to man up. He had to pull a gun on someone. He had to steal a gun. Actually, he had to take a gun. Chewy. Shit got real in this movie, dude. Shit got real. Did you want to add to anything? Do you want to?
Well, I think I wanted to just sort of add on the villainy.
How about when he had to fight for
Jude
food?
Law? Because in this film, there was definitely one of those where not that there wasn't like a villain, because obviously the villain or the evil force, if you will, was in fact the virus, but it was something that you couldn't see, but it was still made you very afraid in a thrilly way.
Yeah.
However, I think that Jude Law's character, and I think it was done brilliantly brilliantly. His character was obviously meant for you to have someone to hate while you're watching and rooting for all these other characters.
I would hope. I hope this character was not written by a blogger for a blogger. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, absolutely.
We would prevail.
Yeah, like I found myself rooting for basically all the characters, and Jude Law. I was like, man, I hope he gets it.
And they didn't even give you time to even try to like Asian homie from China. Wait, was it China or was he in Japan? He was on the bus where he was just like, whoa, I'm so fucking, and then like fucking dies. What on the bus, right? And then like a day later, his sister dies on the couch. Dude, who was fucking chock full of death.
Oh yeah, and then because this thing will take you out. Like you just feel a little bit sick, and then like the next day you're dead immediately.
Oh yeah, like there was no fucking chance for anyone, and that's what I want to get to. It was with my second storyline, favorite storyline, B story. Maybe it was meant to be the A story. Maybe Mears's was the main story. What I'm getting at as a CDC agent, right? Is that what I believe Kate Winslet's character Mears was?
Yeah.
She would go to hotspots, outbreaks, trying to find patient zero or whatever it may be, track this virus, shut it down. Shut it down. If you get that reference, another 10 points. You can tally those points. Comment at the bottom how many points you think you have. Prize of some sort. Just talk to me. Anyway, Mears, Mears. I wouldn't say Mears was relatable because I wasn't a single female working for the CDC at the time, but I was single and I was in the females, and boy, did I fear the CDC. And that's mainly because of The Walking Dead. Her story impacted me just a little bit more. And do you want to talk about her story at all before I
Oh,
get
I
to what I
definitely
want to talk
do.
about? Okay, good. You
Because
get that. I'm
I think you're
parched.
very correct. As I think,
I'm gonna
while
grab water. You keep talking. I'm listening. The whole
I think
I
while
love you
Matt
guys.
Damon's character was definitely got you, was definitely the most relatable. I think that Kate Winslet's character is the one that you wanted to root for the most,
Mhm.
because it felt like she was the one that was actually gonna be not the most responsible. It felt like
She was our
theatrically she was
hero.
gonna be the one to do the most,
Right.
in order to, I don't know, defeat the virus. I mean, do we?
Yeah.
Is that what we would say? We're trying to defeat the virus.
She was basically our David to the virus's Goliath.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, and you guys had 9 years to watch it. Spoiler: when she went, I think that's that. I think that probably
Whoa.
is
If
the one
that
that
it,
like I felt that one because I was like, well, dang.
I'll tell you what, we need to add a category when reviewing movies. Maybe it has to be like every other movie because not all movies are tragic. Favorite tragic scene, if I gotta say, is when she fucking woke up and she felt it in her throat. She let out that fucking dry ass cough, bro. I knew it was over. She knew it was over, dude. And that was very relatable because I know you've woken up out of nowhere with a fucking sore throat. The shittiest. I know you felt it, dude. I've felt it many times
Oh
growing.
God.
And that shit is the fucking worst, dude. The worst. But the thing is, she knew she was done. She
She knew it. She
knew.
started making the phone calls.
Done.
I'm feeling a little sick, and they're like, no, maybe you just got a regular cold, maybe.
Maybe fucking wish, brother.
No, it's
Guess
done.
what, Chewy? And let's piggyback onto my next favorite. You know what? I guess you can call that my favorite scene. Not her initial death, but what? Let me get to it. I don't want to spoil my spoiler. the the huge mass grave, the mass grave for all the people affected by the virus. People who died by the virus, Chewy, were thrown into mass graves. Um, it was fucked up. When I watched it, it's frightening.
Oh no, that made it the most real.
Yeah, dude. It's like, and the fucked up thing is, I was watching the news a couple weeks ago, and that's exactly what's happening. They have like a mass grave for all the fucking Jane Doe and Juan Diaz's or whatever that are going out dying from the fucking virus. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, man, Kate Winslet's death, Mears, the mass grave scared the crap out of me. Jude Law's fake out pissed me off. Where he's like, oh, I'm so sick. Oh, look at me take this medicine. Drippy, drippy, drip, drip, drip. Whatever the fuck.
In the morning.
Yeah, we'll know in the morning. Are you piece of shit, dude? I hate him so bad, dude. Them. Oh, and when martial law was what day 26 martial law was in place in the film's reality, and they were handing out food, and dude, they started fighting over this food. Mitch, he was there with his daughter, had to fight over his food, dude, and that's just to survive, man. Like I cannot imagine that happening now with people's mentality now. People feel more entitled they have now than I believe they ever have in their lives. So if people have to fight for the food, dude, some people have guns, some people don't have guns, some people can fight, some people don't know how to fight, dude. It's not survival of the fittest, dude. If the machines don't take us out. The virus and we will. We'll finish ourselves off. That's for sure. Planet of the Herbs. Yeah. This movie, Chewy, again, about is basically about bloggers and fake news, mass hysteria, plus actual pandemic realism. Do you have a favorite scene in this movie, Chewy?
You know what? I do have a favorite scene. It's kind of one of those things because actually it's a very quick scene and it took about 5 seconds, but like it was definitely the scene that got me like, you know, had there been a buckled, I'm buckling my seat in, I'm down for this ride. It
Please
was
tell me.
Right when Gwyneth Paltrow died and they were doing the autopsy.
Yes!
It got up in her head.
Uh-huh.
And then he goes, oh my God. They took took off
the blood fucking speck right onto his fucking mouth, dude.
Oh, yeah. And then,
I was like, oh, he's done. He's the next one. You know that shit bled through.
And then he goes, go get the phone. It's like, who should I call? Call everybody.
Yeah, dude. That's when you knew, dude. Shit hit the fan and it hit that fan.
No, it was like, it's about to be real.
Diarrhea.
It's about to be real.
Oh, for sure, dude. For sure. Another really effed up scene for me is when she goes into the
shock thing.
Shock. She went into shock where you fucking, you know, after surgery, before surgery, during any stressful situation, you go into shock. Beth went into shock and she gives you this horrific effing face, dude. Like if she's seen Satan himself, if she saw aliens, anything like she saw fucking Night Terror, dog. She gave out this face, which gave me fear, genuine fear in my body. And that's what I really like about this film, Chewy. Dare I say I love this movie. This is a good movie. This movie, I think is as good and is good enough to be put in the tier right next to Silence of the Lambs. And when I say Silence of the Lambs, because I know we want to say Silence of the Lambs is like horror, like we want to say it's not slasher horror, but it's definitely horror.
Yeah.
But then if we say that, then we'd have to say Contagion is horror. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with.
But what I'm saying is, if it's such a great thriller, it belongs in the same category as the great thriller, Silence of the Lambs, which, by the way, has a great sequel, Hannibal, which I saw with my brother back in 2001.
Yeah, no, great stuff.
2002. We were young, dumb, and full of cum. Obviously, he made 2 babies. Obviously. Yeah, Doc. This movie, just chef's kiss, dog. Chef's kiss. That's what I gotta say. I was kind of on the fence when wanting to give a final grade, but it was on the fence of giving it a plus or a regular letter. That's what I was on the fence about. And I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I think I went with that plus. I did go with that plus. Anything you'd like to add, Chewy? Any other favorite scenes? Because I mean, there's a few. I'm telling you what, this movie is just full of effed up scenes, full of shocking.
You know what?
Horrific.
I'm gonna bring up the one that made me hate Julah the most.
Oh, hit me! Is it the one where he's walking around in his fucking hazard?
He's walking around in this little that robot from Space, or with the Lost in Space robot.
Yeah.
Or walk around like that.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets home and there's a pregnant woman there.
Oh.
And then she's like she wants the medicine because she's sick and she's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then obviously he tells her to go home and stuff that he's gonna take care of her later or whatever the case was. But it's like, wow, like this guy has these people thinking that he's gonna save them, and they are screwed.
Fuck. He was a false messiah.
And then
False
and then it got reaffirmed later when you find out that he made a couple $1 million off of this, off of the drug, and off of doing all that jazz. And I'm like, wow, you trashy piece of work.
mother effer.
You trashy piece of work.
One hell of a good villain. I'll put it that.
Oh yeah, oh, definitely.
He is healed to the core. He makes me boo. He makes me hiss, and I'll pop for a betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Good shit. Jude Law. He doesn't get enough credit. He does good stuff. Yeah, he likes to pork his babysitters. But who doesn't, right, Chewy?
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of babysitters, I can't wait for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. I just have a feeling that once Halloween ends, it's not going to, and I'm okay with that. But back on to more horror. This movie, dog. This movie, very good, very nice. I dropped a magazine. Oops. Yeah. Does this movie need a sequel? Does any movie need a sequel?
First of all, we're living it.
We're living it right now. That's exactly, dude. We're living the sequel right now. So if you guys want to watch a scary version of what we're living now, go ahead and watch this film.
Absolutely.
You want to escape? You want to feel like there's hope? Watch this movie. If you learn anything from this movie, it's wash your fucking hands, cover your fucking mouth, wear your mask, and if you are sick, do not fucking go anywhere.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I think the biggest takeaway.
What's that?
In my opinion, right now is, if you look at this film did not take place in 5 days. It didn't take place like we saw the virus on Monday, and we're gonna contain it in a little tiny town, and we're gonna save the world or the town by Friday.
Yeah, no, this is an outbreak.
That's not the case. No. This is not like that.
Not at all.
This is the virus. The virus is taking over.
Coronavirus.
Yeah. It doesn't take a week. This film took over.
What was it? 26, yeah, 26 days is the last time I remember a core number like on the screen, and that's just because it was right before a fucked up scene when they start serving the food and shit, and then you see the mass graves and.
Yeah, no, this film took over a longer period of time. Just to let you know, takeaways. These things take a while, so wash your hands forever. Don't come out. Don't be one of those guys. Don't be one of those guys. Ready for grades? What's up? Because I think I'm ready.
Oh, I'm ready for. Oh, and also, people, hydrate your body, your kidneys, your.
Oh yeah. Definitely good.
All of your everything. Your insides love water. You are 75%. You are basically a mini Earth, or some bullshit like that, right, Chewy?
Oh yeah, and you're a temple and all that good jazz.
Exact materials. Let me not get too universal on you guys. Really, it's just my love for Space Godzilla. What I'm getting at is I really love to do a review on this, Chewy, and yes, I'm going to go ahead and try to plug a review on Space Godzilla.
Oh, we're doing it. Let me know. I got the whole collection over here at the house, so we'll... Oh, yeah.
It's effing right. I missed out. You know what? Yes. Yes to all that, Chewy. Let me find a human body condom, put it on, go underneath the house and find all the movies that, or just rack up a credit card on movies online, so I can get some reviews going. But I'll find a bunch of shit, good stuff. Let's do it.
Wait, hold on. But let me just quick pause. You're telling me tonight I have a very, very nice Paiste 2002 symbol that I would love to add to my drum kit, but I can't because it is at my mother's house. And
is it underneath the house, like all my stuff?
It's underneath the house, and gotta protect mom. So I can't get to that symbol.
And that is why, Chewy, TNC had to rebuy Contagion.
Darn right.
Yep. And it was cool because we were talking about Contagion. Uh, Me and my son then went on to 7-Eleven to spread the virus. Came back with Contagion. But
Yeah,
that's neither here nor there, Chewy. You asked me for a grade, and by God, Chewy, by God, I wanted to give this movie a bad grade. I did. I did. Ask me why.
why?
To appease the people, Chewy. But then you know what I did, Chewy? I had a revelation.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went ahead and I turned around like a dog chasing his tail, and I said, you know what? F him for this one. For this one. I'm going to give this movie, Chewy, after it putting an influence in me scare wise. Like, this movie might as well have been a scare tactic. This movie can be used as propaganda to get motherfuckers to wear a mask, wash their ass and their hands. I'm gonna give this movie this very, very good, influential, full star-studded cast, award-winning, by the way, movie that deserves way more attention now than it did back in 2011, for more reasons than one. I'm just a little surprised. I don't remember there actually being a president involved in the movie. That's good. Yeah, there was no president in the movie, huh?
No, just the
Yeah,
like
this
government.
movie. Yeah, it was only about CDC agents, Lawrence Fishburne, Jude Law being a fucking asshole, and Matt Damon defending his only daughter. Um, and the fucked up death of Mears. Oh man. I give this movie an S plus, dog.
Nice.
S plus. And I give this movie an S plus for all things that I mentioned, and because it's so fucking relatable. It's basically, this movie needs a resurgence. It needs to be watched by everyone in
I agree.
every language you can watch it in. Watch it with your grandmas from a safe distance. Watch it with your mas. Watch it with your ex if you guys still have a nice relationship. Talk to you. Uh, Anyways, you guys are cool. I love you guys. No, I'm not leaving. It's just that's I gotta reassure you guys so you guys don't leave me. Um, Toxic One. Chewy, before you give me a grade? Before you give me a grade, um, I gots to know honestly. Did you ever have your mouth drop open while watching this movie? Because I'm telling you, watching this movie and rewatching this movie, still doing it. I remember when I rewatched it and little Matt Damon Jr., little Mitch Jr.
Yeah.
dies like within the fight, and he's got like the fucking crust on his face, like he had like maybe like puked or like convulsed or something into death, dude. Oh, so fucked up. And then the babysitter was like, I don't know. It's like, dude, you're next, baby. If you're not a carrier, you're a fucking victim. Yeah, but yeah, Chewy, what you got for me, dog?
Well, okay, so I feel that this movie was originally made because they were trying to kind of not make fun of, but kind of bring into light the swine flu, and then they
Yes,
sort of
that's
based it
exactly
on that, and they wanted to do like the most exaggerated thing that they could think of that's plausible,
right.
and then that's what they made with this virus, and then little did they know
You're only predicting the future,
that
baby.
all they did was predict the future because it is now real. The way that they're portrayed, it's like you almost want to go from this has evolved from a thriller slash hell of a horror
Mm-hmm.
to what's become would you I call it a mockumentary because it's like become done in such a way that it could be real, but they're like it's a fictitious virus of something that's definitely able to happen.
I'm sure if you add a laugh track and Seinfeld little music cues,
What's up
I'm
with
sure,
that?
and a bunch of fucking Jerry ad libs, I'm guaranteeing you can make this movie funny.
Yeah,
Almost make it
and
like an
I think
excerpt of an epic movie.
so. I
Which
think of that for that reason alone, I think that movie really went up in stock in my eyes. Um, the only drawback that I will say is this, and it's not even like a really bad knock. I think the movie I think was too short. I think there was a lot more information and things that they could have done, but they had to compact all those storylines into 2 hours. So I would say I personally could have done with maybe a little bit more. However, obviously it was done for the general public who can only handle the 2 hour peak and then they're kind of done. Um, A plus.
nice,
A plus, and
nice.
I think that if I had like 20 more minutes, I think it would have gone right there at the S. But I think but that's just me being selfish.
All right, guys. That was that was our Contagion review. This has been TNC versus the Quarantine. I'm
We're gonna
T.
win, baby. We're gonna win.
That's C. I'm right. TNC versus the Quarantine, and we're gonna be one up on these mother suckers.
And again, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment the hell out of it.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Yes,
Let
it
us
does.
know.
Yeah, man. Let us know what you guys. As a matter of fact, comments down below on what you guys would like us to review next. We're probably not going to read it. I'm just kidding. I'm actually looking at one specific person I'm making poking fun at right now. All you one person that comments.
Oh, check this out.
What's up, dude? Hey,
Scarlett.
Shar, meow, meow, baby. Hey. Does she hear me? Hi,
Yeah.
Fifi. Hi, Fifi. Hi, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those guys.